What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Room of Ipswich. This is episode number 10, and probably our biggest episode coming up. You're going to see us take on 3 teams in the league that are around us or in the relegation scrap as we recap last episode. And last episode was a fantastic one. You know, if we could take that form into this episode, I'll be very confident indeed. We secured 2 more big road wins, 1-0 victories away at Villa Park and Old Trafford. We also booked our place in the FA Cup quarterfinal, where we'll take on Newcastle, which you'll see us play today. In the league, we will take on Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, and Bournemouth. And when I talk about how big these games are, they are huge. We're currently, 13th with 11 games to go. Palace are 3 places and 3 points above us. But then you've got Bournemouth in 15th and Forest in the relegation zone. 2 huge games as we look to continue to keep a gap between us and that bottom 3, because that's the priority, right? Keep us above that dotted line. Even if we finish 17th on goal difference on the final day, that's a success for me, right? Staying in this league this season, that is the priority. Well, as we go through our messages here, Captain Sam Morsey is back now training with the first team. He won't be, even though we asked for it here, he won't be available for a couple of games. But it'll be good to have him in the squad for the run-in. As we head into the first game of the episode, it is Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. As we mentioned, 3 places and 3 points above us, Oliver Glasner's team. But they are winless in their last 5 and have lost their last 3. So definitely there for the taking. Whereas, of course, we are in a really good form right now. We're actually looking for our 5th league away win in a row, which is crazy to me, right? We've beaten Fulham, Liverpool, Villa and Man United in our last 4 road games in the league. Looking for 5 on the road is just, crazy. But we make one adjustment to the last time we played in the league. Willie Nonto coming into the side. He played on the right wing against Burnley in the Cup. Was really impressed with him. He scored a goal in injury time, scored the game winner, actually. And I quite liked his play. So we're going to keep Nonto on the right, Hutchinson in the middle, and we're going to drop Smodix to the bench for this one. Well, we lost 1-0 in the reverse fixture. It was a heartbreaking game. We lost, I think it was a 90th minute winner from Franco. He scored, with practically the last kick of the game as Palace took all 3 points from Portman Road. That was in the same episode where Man United did the same thing to us 2 games prior. So, yeah, we were on a bit of a redemption arc. We beat Man United after they beat us in the last episode. Can we do the same to Palace? Well, Liam Delap would get us off to the perfect start. An assist from Nonto as well, as Delap fires one home from just inside the box. A beautiful finish, and we lead 1-0. And then Leif Davis, the ever-present in our team in the attack, forces a good save from Henderson. And then Delap with a really good chance, actually, to grab his second in the game. It was a miscontrol from the defender, and Delap almost gets in. And then cross comes in, Jack Clark wins the header, Hutchinson on the edge of the box, blocked, but then Clark goes up for another header, and here's Delap in the box. Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, Liam Delap is our top scorer, right? But he has a lot of chances, man, as you can see. And I mean, that was a difficult one, that acrobatic finish. But Liam Delap has a lot of chances. I need to remember he's only 73 rated. He's a young forward. We're playing in a side where we're not, expected to score every chance we get. But, yeah, he does miss a lot of opportunities, and it does leave us susceptible to this. When you score one or you don't take as many chances as you should, and the game is still there for the opposition, and they punish you. Because we're playing at the top flight, right? This is the elite level, and we are playing the best teams in the country. And Palace do punish us, and Nketiah actually forces a really good save from Juric. But the rebound, of course, falls straight to Ismail Assar, who grabs a goal, the former Watford man, and Palace are level. And then Liam Delap, once again linking up with Leif Davis, but his shot goes just wide as Palace hoof a ball up forward. Muric, I mean, surely he's going to deal with that. I thought he'd pick it up. He hoofs it, it's a bit of a mess, and then he makes the save, get it out. Bit of a sloppy one this from Juric, who has actually been really solid right now. He got those 2 clean sheets in the last episode, means that he tops the Golden Glove race, which is incredible. He's got 9 clean sheets in 27 games, well, now 28, and that's averaging 1 every 3 games, which is, I think, really impressive for a newly promoted side. Doesn't keep a clean sheet here, and we go away from Selhurst Park with a point. Definitely 2 points dropped in my eyes. We had plenty of chances to score a second and a third in that one. Didn't take our chances, and then, of course, Palace came back and grabbed the equaliser. So a frustrating one for us, But luckily, I mean, it looks like pretty much every team down the bottom lost. So we've actually opened up a 5-point gap to the relegation zone. We move up to 12th, which is our highest position of the season. For those interested as well, because I don't think I've shown the top of the table in a few episodes, Man City lead Arsenal by a 7-point gap. As Smodix comes to us and says, look, I'm happy to kind of play wherever you need me as we head into the second game of the episode. Sammy, you are going to stay on the bench for this one. We are going to stick with Nonto, who got an assist in the last game, so we're going to keep him out on the right-hand side. But it's a team game, right? We're going to have to rotate. We're going to have to need everyone in the side going into the stretch, into that last 10 games of the season. Well, taking on Nottingham Forest in a monumental one here. Forest 19th right now, 8 points behind us in the league. If we can get 3 points here and open up a big healthy gap to Forest, I will feel very comfortable right now. But we did draw 0-0 at the City Ground earlier in the season. Hopefully we can secure all 3 points this time. Forest are in no form at all, winless in their last 5, and they've actually lost their last 2 as well. But they do have Santiago Jimenez up top, who they signed in January from the Dutch League. He is a very clinical striker indeed. So if Forest are going to stay up this season, it is going to be down to him. As we mentioned, Nonto continue on in the right wing position, Hutchinson in cam. And Sam Morsey is actually still unavailable despite being back in training. I think he'll be available next game against Bournemouth. Well, we would start this one at the better, pinging some balls around in Forest's box. In Forest's half, as we look to grab the early lead. Murray Hutchinson on the edge of the box to Jack Clark, but the shot is blocked. As you mentioned, as you would imagine, we're the team in form right now against a team well out of form against like Nottingham Forest. It is on us to go ahead and attack this one. And 15 minutes on the clock, Omari Hutchinson would complete a beautiful move. Leif Davis finding Delap who plays a lovely little flick to Hutchinson. And what is that? I think it's his 3rd goal of the season. Scored against Chelsea. I think he scored... Oh, maybe it's his 2nd goal, actually. Scored against his former club, Chelsea. Grabs the opener here against Forest. Sells absolutely nowhere near that one. And Ipswich have a 16-minute lead. And it is absolutely what we deserve. We've been dominating these early stages. As we look to double our lead, potentially. Calvin Phillips robbing the ball. He finds Delap. Delap inside the box, but his shot goes wide. Oh, Liam, you've got to be hitting the target there, son. Got to be hitting the target there. As we know against Crystal Palace, we will get punished if we don't take our chances. And Gibbs White finds Jimenez on the edge of the box. Jimenez, oh my gosh. What a finish that is. And as we mentioned, Jimenez, he is an absolute presence up top. And Santiago Jimenez goes bar down on that finish as well. What a beautiful finish that is. Is that a Hutchinson he's picked up a knock potentially? Forest are level right now, and that goal has actually given them life. Gibbs White forcing Muric into a really smart save, as it is all Forest now in the second half of this first half, as they force Muric into another good save. Get the ball away. Oh my god, we need to just have a bit of possession. Oh my god, Jack Clark's giving it away. Forest looking to break through, get it away. Muric, he's giving it away. Oh my word. We cannot get out of our final third right now. Sangare into Emmanuel Dennis. Emmanuel Dennis into Jimenez. Oh, it was coming. It was coming. They've dominated the last 15 minutes. A really great spell from the visitors. And what a big result this could be for Nuno Espirito Santo's side. If they can hold on to all 3 points here, it will be a big result for them as they look to climb out of the relegation zone. As we head into the second half now, Vinny Souza and Wilfred Nonto, the 2 January signings, looking to link up Delap with the shot, and it is blocked, and we will get a corner here. Forest making a change before they defend a corner. I mean, I've always been taught, you're always taught defending 101. If you're defending a corner, don't make a substitute. And is this why? Jacob Greaves? Oh yes, it is. Oh, I love that. Point proven. Do not make a substitute when you are defending a corner. That's just like one of those football rules that everyone knows, right? Because you don't want to cause confusion. You don't want to cause, chaos or anything in your box. Just defend the opposition's attack and then go again. Well, we would punish them. Omari Hutchinson with a 2nd goal involvement and then with his 3rd. Oh my God. Hutchinson with the assist to Jacob Greaves, who grabs his 3rd goal of the season, I think. He scored the winner at Tottenham. I think, oh, maybe it's his second goal of the season. And then Hutchinson would turn this game on its head as he is upside down. Nonto with the assist. Hutchinson flicks it up for himself and volleys the ball home to give us a 3-2 lead. And we have turned this one around as Jacob Greaves showing his worth at the back as well as at the front, sliding in with a brilliant tackle on Morgan Gibbs-White. And then Liam Delat with a chance to kill the game. Sells with a great hand down to his right-hand side. But we are now in injury time. That should be that. Luongo on the ball. Plays in Clark. We're just going to keep the ball here. Yes, the referee blows full time. What a big second half turnaround from Ipswich Town. Fair play to Forest. They really came at us in that second half of the first half. Jimenez grabbing a brace and giving them something to defend. But we turn this one around. Amari Hutchinson, the star of the show. 2 goals and an assist for Amari. Second and third of the season. He grabs an assist. Jacob Greaves with the other goal as well. He grabs his second goal of the season. And we come away with all 3 points. Hutchinson picked up a knock in the first half. I don't know if anyone noticed that. But he soldiered on. Luckily, he was fine. And he's been thriving in that cam spot. Nonto on the right grabs another assist. That's 3 goal involvements and 3 starts for him. As we move, we stay in 12th, but we now have a really healthy gap to that relegation zone. A nice 10-point gap over that bottom 3. I mean, that's huge, right? 9 games to go and we've got a 10-point gap. That is massive. 8 wins, 11 draws, 10 defeats on the table, on the board. I think we're looking good right now, guys. Obviously, it could drop off as we see the team of the week here. Davis, Greaves, Hutchinson and Nonto all in there. Absolutely love that. Jimenez, to be fair to him, in the team of the week as well after he scored a brace. But, guys, we could be, we could be looking at safety here. 10-point gap with 9 games to go. That is massive. If we go down now, that's a massive bottle job from us, I'll have to be honest. As we see our Egyptian scout report, Nasir Hassan, who looked good in the last month, he still looks good now, 84 to 94 potential. We're actually going to give him a scholarship and get him in the youth academy. A few of the other players as well actually looking decent. Abdullah and Ahmed, both with decent potentials. Ibrahim, not looking good enough. Same with this other Ibrahim and Abbas as well. Rahman not up to scratch. Their potential not looking great. But Abdullah, Ahmed, Ibrahim and another Abdallah, we're going to continue to scout them as we see here. Nasser Hassan, only 55 overall for a striker is obviously not great. He's got decent pace about him, but his potential looks really strong as well. So hopefully once we can get a goalkeeper in the youth academy, we can start playing these youth academy tournaments and get these players' ratings up. As we see here, the next fixture will be Newcastle away in the FA Cup quarterfinal. Connor Chaplin saying that he maybe wants some more minutes. Well, we are going to rotate for this one because despite it being an FA Cup quarter-final, we do have Bournemouth just 4 days later. And as you know, the Premier League is our priority. Safety is our priority. And I know that, this is potentially a really cool chance to get into an FA Cup semi-final. Our priority is the league. So we make 11 changes. First start for 3 months for Sam Morsey, who comes back to captain the side. Smodix is back in the team after being dropped for Nonto in recent games. And as we mentioned, Bournemouth in 5 days. Oh, do you know what? Actually, it's 10 changes, not 11, because Muric is in goal. Still, he has been our cup goalie throughout. Well, Newcastle would named a pretty strong team. They are a couple of places below us in the league right now, so maybe they need to focus on relegation more than we do right now. But they play a pretty strong team as they want to secure a place in the semi-finals. Well, Callum Wilson would get them off to the perfect start. I think that was Anthony. Was that Anthony Gordon with the assist, or maybe Joe Linton? As 7 minutes on the clock, Wilson gets his first goal of the game, and then 13 minutes on the clock, Anthony Gordon finds Wilson, and he would double Newcastle's lead. And already this looks like this could be a rout for the home side. It looks like it's already done and dusted. To be honest, they have been dominant in these first 15 minutes, and we are down 2-0 already. Connor Townsend finds Connor Chaplin, who wanted a start. He gets a start. Chaplin driving into the box, forces a good save from Kim in the Newcastle net. Corner comes in, headed more up than out. Can we get on a rebound? Wolfenden wins the ball. Can he get a shot off Luke? Oh, looking for his first goal of the season for Ipswich. He forces a good save, and then even the rebound he put into a dangerous area. But this is better from Ipswich. Sammy Smodux driving into the box. Oh, he's taken down by Tino Livramento. And the former Chelsea fullback could be in trouble here. Dan Burn was close, but I don't think he was going to get there. And yes, the referee agrees with me. It's a straight red for Livramento. So, despite being 2-0 up Newcastle, they are going to have to play well over a half of football with just 10 men on. this is a decent opportunity for us to get back into this one now. Sammy Smolak standing over the free kick. If he can put this in, it will be double jeopardy, a red card and a goal. No, it's blocked, and Kim collects. Well, that is going to give us at least a life here. Broadhead down the left-hand side, driving in. Can you find the right pass? Oh, Nathan Broadhead, gifted with the start today, but we win the ball back. Connor Chaplin, oh, what a save. That would have been the perfect time to score, as that was practically the last kick of the half. And going in 2-1 down with a man up would have been perfect, as another wasted opportunity. That's so frustrating, that run from Schmodix. The space was there and he just decides to run towards the defender instead. Makes no sense, but the chances are coming now for Ipswich. We're dominating the ball in the second half and we're having a lot of success down that left-hand side. Connor Townsend forcing a good save from the keeper. George Hurst in the box. Chaplin, Schmodix. What can we do here? More space down the left. Townsend into the box. He's got Hurst in the middle. Here's George Hurst. Come on, boys. I believe. 15 minutes in, it looked like we were going to be absolutely nowhere near this game. But with 15 minutes to go, with half the deficit, playing against 10 men, and George Hurst makes it 3 rounds in a row with a goal. Can we find a late equaliser? 86 minutes on the clock. Connor Chaplin, edge of the box. Oh, that's weak, man. That's weak, Connor. You have to be better at decision making than that. Townsend down the left-hand side. The time is running out. We're into the 90th minute and he gives the ball away. Is that going to be it for our FA Cup run? Smolix wins the ball back. George Hurst, bit of space. George Hurst, is he going to be the hero? Yes. Oh my God, something magical is happening in the FA Cup, guys. I'm telling you. 3 rounds in a row, we've scored extra time winners in the final few minutes. George Hurst has once again clawed us through. We are going to go to extra time for a 4th round in a row. 2-0 down. George Hurst in the 92nd minute grabs his brace, grabs his 4th goal of this FA Cup competition. And we are heading to extra time at St James's Park. Another 30 minutes. Look, we dominated that second half, as you would expect against 10 men. We have all the momentum right now. And are we going to secure a place in the FA Cup semi-final? Or are Newcastle going to find a bounce back? Well, 7 minutes into this first half of extra time, Wilson driving forward. He finds Anthony Gordon. Gordon just dancing in the box. He's got players falling over. He's taking his time, Anthony Gordon, and he puts the ball in the back of the net. 99 minutes on the clock, and Anthony Gordon adds to his assist in the first half and gets the go-ahead goal for Newcastle, who lead for a second time in this one. Oh, God. Come on, boys. We've got big 15 minutes coming up. Hurst finds Schmodix down the left. Schmodix, this is where he got taken down by Livermore, and he's taken down by Byrne this time, and that is in the box. It's going to be a penalty. Is it going to be a red card? Well, he reaches for his back pocket, but it's a yellow card for Dan Byrne. And what an opportunity this is for Ipswich to go into the break level. Dan Byrne taking down Schmodix. Hurst is going to be on the spot kick for the hat-trick. George Hurst. Oh, my God, it's saved. What is this game? George Hurst sees his penalty saved, and we go into half-time of extra time. 3-2 down. We have 15 minutes to go. Look, this 15 minutes, this is the 4th time we've been in this situation. In the previous 3 times, we've scored in the last 15 minutes. Are we going to do it again? Free kick for Newcastle. Oh, it's got into the box, and big save from Muric. Is that going to be important? Another free kick for Newcastle here. We're struggling to get anything in this second half as time is ticking away. Sven Botman, Newcastle got quite a lot of players here. If we can get the ball forward, which we have, we could potentially counter-attack. Hurst to Schmodix. Those two linking up. Schmodix taking it on his man. He's got Chaplin in the middle if he can find him. This is it. It's Chaplin. Oh, no. Oh, no. I think that's going to be it. The referee blows full time. Oh, that's heartbreaking. I thought it was going to be another magical moment in the FA Cup. Oh, wow. Our journey ends there. I mean, guys, that is so hard to take. Oh, what an incredible FA Cup run we've had. 4 extra time matches. 3 of those times we've scored in the 115th minute or later to win the game. This one we were 2-0 down 15 minutes in. We clawed it back to 2-2 with a 92nd minute equaliser. Went 3-2 down in extra time. Missed a penalty in extra time. And then Connor Chaplin 1-on-1 in the 120th minute. Sees his shot saved. And we are out of the cup. We could have taken it to penalties. Oh my God. and we would have played Plymouth in the FA Cup semi-final. My word, what are these FA Cup semi-final teams? Brentford, Brighton, Plymouth, Newcastle. That means Man United must have lost as well. I think they played Brentford. Yeah, United lost to Brentford. Brighton beat Leeds. Plymouth beat Peterborough. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. We could have played Plymouth League. We could have played Championship Plymouth for a place in the FA Cup final, where we would have played Brentford or Brighton, who are below us in the league, both in the bottom 4 right now. That's heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking. Oh, what could have been, guys? I mean, maybe it's not realistic, but Ipswich could have we could have won an FA Cup in the first season. Because I don't think we're going to get that sort of chance again, where there's no Man City, there's no Arsenal, there's no Liverpool, there's no Tottenham, there's no Chelsea, there's no Man United. Gutted. I think we would have been the favourites out of those 4 teams based on form. Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's really got me, man. That's really, really got me. Well, we just have to focus on the league right now. 10-point gap with 8 games to go. We have to focus on the league. That is our priority. As we head into the 4th and final game of the episode, we return to league duty. It is Bournemouth away at the Vitality Stadium down on the south coast. They've won 3 of their last 5 to move out of the relegation zone. They're currently 4 points behind us, as both teams look to create a buffer between them and the relegation zone as we enter down the stretch. We remain with the Clark, Hutchinson, Nonto trio behind the lap. Obviously, we made 10 changes from the cup game, so all of our players are well rested. Phillips and Souza is still in CDM. Leif Davis still captain in the side. And Sam Morsey is back involved in a Premier League game for the first time since February. The captain is on the bench today. Well, the draw at Palace actually earlier this episode ended our 4-match road winning streak. Hard for me to say. Fulham, Liverpool, Villa and Man United all fell to Ipswich at home. We could have made it 5 on the bounce, but we didn't away at Palace. We look to make it 6 road games unbeaten here, though, as we take on Bournemouth, who we did beat 2-0 in the reverse fixture, so we're looking to complete the double over the South Coast side. Well, if we're going to do so, we're going to have to come from behind as Antoine Semenyo continues his good form in real life, replicating it in the game right now. He puts an effort top corner after Muric made a fantastic save from Oyarzabal. The ball fell to Semenyo and he made it 1-0. And then Jack Clark diving in here, 12 minutes on the clock. Bit of a retaliation from the winger, I must confess, but a red card? This seemed harsh. I mean, he hasn't left the ground. It's not too dangerous. Is that a red card, guys? Let me know in the comments. I don't think it is, but regardless of if it is or if it isn't, as we are losing our discipline right now, Calvin Phillips picking up a yellow card. We are down to 10 men. We have to play just about 80 minutes with 10 men. And of course, as you know, obviously in the game, they only implement a 1-match ban for red cards. But in real life, if you get a red card, it's a 3-match ban. So that is what we are implementing. And Jack Clark will not be available for the next 3 league games. Big blow for us as Clark, although his stats haven't been there, I think he's been pretty important for us this season. So I think Sammy Smodux is going to have to come into the side for those 3 games. It's going to be a tough one, but Bournemouth almost doubled their lead actually from the resulting free kick from Calvin Phillips. They didn't do so, and then 5 minutes to go before half-time, Vinny Souza drives forward, and the Brazilian grabs his first goal as a tractor boy. Absolutely love this run from Vinny. Great bit of pace from the CDM. Drives into the box and hits his strike across Kepa Arrizabalaga and into the back of the net. And 10-man Ipswich are tied here 1 apiece. Into the second half, another booking for us, and then a free kick comes in, and Sinetti really should have done better here. Muric came for the free kick and was nowhere near it, and it was a big chance as Evan Nilsson, the second half substitute, plays in Scott, and that was a great block. Really good block there from Muric. He was maybe a bit of a mess for that free kick. Luckily, we weren't punished, but he makes a great save there. Celebrate with his teammates. And then Christie into Evan Nilsson, who drives through. Evan Nilsson! Looks like maybe he's won it for Bournemouth. The 10 men of Ipswich have held on for as long as they could have, but in the 82nd minute, Evan Nilsson, the Brazilian, grabs the go-ahead goal, and Bournemouth leads 2-1 in this big relegation 6-pointer. Into injury time now, final seconds, Sammy Smoluk's out wide to Davis, to Morsey, the substitute, the captain. What can you do for me, Morsey? Dinked ball in, Liam Delap with the header. Oh my god, it's gone in! Delap with the header! And our unbeaten away record continues. 6 unbeaten now, surely, as Liam Delap scores with the last kick of the game, last touch of the game. Sam Morsey with the assist, lofting the ball in. First league appearance in 3 months for Morsey, and he is involved in the equaliser. Liam Delap, I mean, has that come off his shoulder? I don't know. His header bounces before Kepa and just nestles into the corner. That seemed to go in slow motion. And that was the last kick of the game. And Ipswich, 10-man Ipswich, snatch a point away at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth heartbroken after they thought they'd got a late winner from Evan Nilsson. But Ipswich had different ideas. And we remain are unbeaten on the road in the last 6 games. 4 wins and 2 draws on the road. Sam Morsey with the assist. Vinny Souza with the man of the match after his first goal for Ipswich. And well, do you know what? Considering we played that game with 80 minutes of that game with 10 men, I thought we were fantastic. It's another unbeaten episode in the league, 1 win, 2 draws. And just, in 3 huge games for us this episode, we haven't lost any of them, which is a positive, right? As Omari Hutchinson leading the assists boards. Let's go, Ipswich. We're thriving in this league. We aren't just surviving, we are thriving. We now have an 11-point gap over the bottom 3. As you can see there, some of the teams picking up points. Wolves with a big victory, actually. Brentford losing to Newcastle. We have an 11-point lead with 8 games to go. It is in our hands, guys. If we lose this from here, if we go down, that's a massive bottle job. Well, guys, I hope you're enjoying the series as much as I am. Drop a like on the video if you are. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in episode 11 for the run-in very soon.